Shalom, this is GMS Holland Sit Downs coming back with the lesson. First off and foremost, I would like to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. The honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's spreading this word of sincerity and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. Gone, as you see here in front of you, is the video from the brother Tazawa from GMS Germany, and the lesson was the title of the lesson is Maintain Thy Balance. So I was thinking about doing a response video concerning the whole lesson, but then I took a look at that word maintain, okay, that he used. Through the Spirit he used the word maintain. So I decided to dig into that and go and do a lesson on that word itself, okay? Not the whole breakdown about being in balance, but the word maintain, which of course that is all gonna link up with being in balance in this truth, okay? It's gonna link up with it. So it's spiritual that this brother used that word. So I'm gonna tap into that, you know, see what it goes into really, and show y'all how important it is to maintain, okay, to actually do that thing that the word describes. Okay, so I went to the etymology of the word maintain. Okay, so this is Etym online etymology dictionary. It says maintain, from 1300, maintenance, to support, uphold, aid. Okay. Also hold fast, keep in possession, preserve from capture or loss. Now, all these words really line up with scriptures, man. Okay. So that first one, to support, uphold, and aid, you need to uphold yourself, man. You need to uphold yourself, because why? We walk on a narrow path, man. Okay, and now that's the thing that the brother was going into. Upholding yourself. Let me grab that word in the Farlex dictionary. Uphold. It says uphold. This is heavy. Uphold, to hold aloft, raise, to prevent from falling or sinking. So, hey, you know how the spirit goes, man. Everything lines up with each other. So let's go into that, man. So the word maintain means to uphold. Now, what does 2 Ezra chapter 7 go into? Let me go to let me see. Let me start at verse 6. 2 Ezra 7 and 6. There's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of good things. Now that city represents the kingdom. Okay, that city represents the kingdom. All good things is gonna come unto us in the kingdom as long as we maintain ourselves. Okay, maintain ourselves in what? In this truth. So it says, and it is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, as it were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. You see that? So the path whereon we walk is very narrow. It's very narrow. Only one man can walk on it at once. So the Lord Yahweh Shai did this for us. Show us how it's done. He is our example. So he went in front of us and showed us how it's done. And then we follow straight after him. Okay? But the thing is, there's only one way. There's only one path. There are not multiple ways to enter into the kingdom. Yahushua gave the example, and that's how we should live too. Okay? That's how we should live too. But guess what? It's a narrow path, and you can fall on the left and on the right side if you don't watch out. On the left there's a fire, and on the right there's a deep water. Let me read it again. 2 Ezra 7:7. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. Salakia, I turn those around. So on the right hand there's a fire, and on the left a deep water. Now, what I'm trying to point out with the scripture is the meaning of maintain is to uphold. Now, if you look up the word uphold, it says to prevent from falling or sinking. So while we are walking in this truth is being compared to walking on a narrow path with fire on the right hand and water, deep water on the left. So if we want to maintain this, if you want to maintain in this truth, we gotta uphold ourselves, man. We gotta prevent ourselves from falling. What is dumbass doing, man? Idiot, man. Fucking Elamite. Can't even drive, man. Big ass Mercedes. Can't fucking drive for shit, man. Anyway, so you gotta prevent yourselves from falling, man. Now that's what that maintaining means. And the thing really the brother went into is the balance. So going hard is beautiful, but if you cannot maintain it, it's not worth anything for you. Of course, for the brothers, you going hard is gonna be very profitable for the brothers, man, because they're gonna be edified. But on the long run, for you, it's not gonna be profitable. Scriptures speak about how, your works, the good works that you have done, if you can't maintain it, it's gonna be forgotten, man. It's gonna be forgotten. Let's say you're going hard for 6 years. You're going hard for 6 years, but you burn out. It's too much for you. You can't uphold it. The 7th year, the Lord comes. All those 6 years of work are gonna be tossed out the window, man. It's going to be tossed out of the window. Now, do you want that? No. That's why that balance is so important, man. And that's why it's important to maintain. You got to prevent yourself from falling. Okay? While you're walking on this narrow path, you got to prevent yourself from falling. It says to prevent from falling or sinking. Because why? On the left, you have that deep water, which you don't want to end up in that deep water. You don't want to end up in that fire neither, man. That fire gonna kill you instantly, man. The Most High can get rid of you instantly. But that deep water, you're gonna struggle, man. You're gonna struggle to stay alive. Okay? Now that's what we see often with guys that fall out. They got, they got major demons on them, and their life is basically on the line, man. Constantly, back doing drugs, all kinds of wicked shit, dealing with wicked niggas, okay, robbing people. We've seen that, man. We've seen that. Your life is on the line now. You trying to survive in that deep water, but you're not on the narrow path no more, man. It's done. It's done for you. You see? So you don't want to be there. So you got to uphold yourself, which that is to maintain. Okay? Let's go back. It says, verse 8, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. That's why we are followers of righteousness. Now, if a man is walking in righteousness and the truth, in the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you follow that man. You take an example of that man. Okay, because he's doing good. He's walking in the way of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So if you follow this man, you're gonna reach that same place, man, where he is going. If you agree with him, if the things that he's doing is pleasing unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you should walk in the same way, man. But if you observe a man, you'll be like, hey, this guy, he be going off, man. You're not following that man, because then you be going off too. That's why Yahushua said, let the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Okay? So if you're not seeing, if you're not aware of the ways of a certain man, how he walks, what he does, how he sustains himself, how he maintains himself in this truth. If he be half-stepping, if he be, not doing what he's supposed to do, you following that man, or you taking an example of that man, is gonna get you messed up, man. Because you're gonna be lazy too. You're not gonna, give it your all neither. And giving it your all is walking with wisdom, man. How is it walking with wisdom? For example, if you are running a marathon, you have to give it your all for 43 kilometers, man. You got to give it your all for 43 kilometers. You see? So, giving it your all during a marathon is not a sprint. Because if you give it your all like that, you're going to be gassed out, man, in an instant, man. You're not going to be able to sprint for 43 kilometers. You're not going to be able to do that, man. You got to run on the highest pace possible for you to maintain that speed, man. And that stamina to be able to, reach the finish line. That's what you got to do, man. Okay, now that's what that maintaining goes into also. But let me finish this second Ezra. Let me see, 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, which it is given unto a man for inheritance, namely a man called Jacob, whose name was changed into Israel, and all that belongs unto him are the Negroes, Latinos, and Indianos, and Israelites scattered abroad. Okay, so it is given unto him. It's given unto the Lord Yahushua. Now Yahushua already walked that path. So it's already finished. For him, it's already finished. But we have to finish our course still. Which course? A course is a path. Okay? It might be an obstacle race. It might be a normal race, marathon. What we know, it's a race wherein you have to endure. And what does the word endure mean? The word endure means to become hard. How do you become hard? If you suffer. And if you suffer, the word suffer goes into becoming patient. Okay? So all these things work righteousness in the sight of the Most High, and it's we cannot avoid it. It's unavoidable. So we need to find a steady pace wherein we are able to maintain until the end, man, until the finish line. So it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? You see? So we have to go through all these straight and vain things, man. We have to go through all these things. We have to find a certain balance, a certain rhythm wherein we can maintain, man. But just like what the brother Tazawa said, he said, like, listen, man, every week changes. Every week you're in some different situation, man. And very heavy what he said, because that's happening with the brother from our camp in GMS Holland. Working shifts. If you're working shifts and you're already struggling with keeping your balance, you should consider, like, is it good for me to stay at this job? Because I can't get myself in balance already, working normal shifts, usual shifts, a 9 to 5. But if I have a 9 to 5, a 5 till 12, at 12 in the night till 8 in the morning, am I able to maintain myself in that line of work? If the answer is no, hey, give not that unto it, like the scripture says. See what is evil for you in your life and give not that unto it. If this is messing you up in the truth, you should find another job, man. We should find another job. So that's spiritual that this brother said that. Okay, so every week is different. Every week changes. Satan tries to attack you from different angles, in different mannerisms. Okay, so you got, and also the Sabbath, man, like the brother said. So you constantly have to adapt. Now, what does the word adapt go into? Undergoing modification to fit new circumstances. Now, that's what happens to us every week. You know, and this truth, you know, is evolving so big and so great, and you are also growing day by day. Like the scripture says, though our outward man perish, our inward man is renewed day by day. So we're getting bigger, we're getting stronger in this truth constantly. Okay, so we are undergoing modification, and this truth, you know, while the pushing of this word is coming to an end, this is the last stretch, man. Okay, so when you see this is the last stretch, you're gonna give it your all, just like a boxer. I never forget the Apostle Rakah. He once said this: a boxer, he will give it his all. He's supposed to give it his all in the last 10 seconds of the 12th round, man. This is the last possibility he has to score some points. Okay, give it your all, man. It's the last 10 seconds, man. So the same way we. Okay, so we have to undergo modifications concerning this truth, adapt concerning this truth, man. Step your game up, push the pace a little bit more. Okay, you can be a runner, right? You like to jog, or you run for a race, which we spiritually in this truth, we run for a race. Now, if you run 7 kilometers, let's say every week, let's just keep it easy. Every week you run 7 kilometers, but every week it's the same pace. You don't go faster, you don't go slower. It's the same pace every week. So your body is just getting used to it, and your condition is not leveling up because you're not pushing yourself. Okay, you're not pushing yourself. So because you are training, you are practicing, unknowingly you have a better stamina now, so you can push the pace a little bit more. Okay, so let's say instead of running 6 minutes and 30 seconds per kilometer, you can now run 6 minutes and 20 seconds per kilometer. But if you stay, you know, comfortable running, you know, looking around, having a ball on that 6 minutes and 30 seconds, you know, your stamina is not gonna be you know, better, man. It's gonna stay on the same level. So you got to look for a pace that is maintainable, and constantly while you are running, you got to up on the pace and maintain that level, because that is the adapting that you have to undergo in this truth, man. Because the times is changing. We need to go faster, man. You can't stay all comfortable on that 3 videos a week, man. Try to make more. Try to make more videos a week, man. Try to call brothers, edify brothers, go into study sessions with brothers. Oh, I study 3 times a week already. Well, study every day, man. Try to study every day. Yeah, I don't really like to read back-to-back chapters. Listen, man, try to read a chapter a day. Start with that. Then you can jump to 2 or 3 chapters a day, 4 chapters a day. Then eventually you're gonna start, you know, being able of reading a couple of chapters in the Old Testament, a couple of chapters in the New Testament, you know, a couple of chapters of books that are profitable for your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you know, in your day-to-day life, like the book of Sirach, the book of Proverbs, the book of Psalms, Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, these are books, Ecclesiastes, these are books that get you in a certain mind state, man. Knowing how to deal with people, knowing how to have respect, how to, you know, conduct yourself, your mannerisms. Very important, man. So at a certain point, you're going to be able to, you know, divide your attention all over the Bible, man. Maintain that. Okay? Uphold that. Don't let it fall. Don't let that maintenance or that pace, don't let that pace slip out of your hand, man, by dropping down and being lazy again. No, try to maintain that, man, while you keeping your balance in this day-to-day life. Okay, now let me go back, finish this off. So like I'm taking long concerning this, but I want to bring my point across concerning, that is really important to maintain, but also to push to the highest level that you can. But don't cross it, because you're gonna burn out, and it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Okay, Sirach 7 and 9 again. If the city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the dangers set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So it's all part of the job, man. Let me just put it like that. It's all part of the job. So back into the etymology of the word maintain. So we read to support, to uphold, which means preventing from falling. So while we're walking on this narrow path, we got to prevent ourselves from falling to the left or to the right. The left is the deep water, the right is the fire. You don't want to die. You don't want to perish. Okay? 8. Hold fast. Keep in possession. Let me continue. It says keep in possession. Preserve from capture or loss. You see that? Preserve from capture or loss. Let's go into the scriptures. Revelation chapter 3 verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. You see? So again, the word maintain lines up perfectly with the scriptures, man. Let no man take thy crown. There are men out there that trying to sift you out of this truth, man. That's why Yahushua also said, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. They're going to come with certain things and certain wicked ways that is to sift you out of this truth, man. To make you believe something else, to make you think that you're going off. Okay? Beware of them. Let no man take thy crown. The world. You have men in the world. Okay? They're trying to seduce you into walking with them. But Yahushua said, don't be of the world, man. He that is friends with the world, James 4:4, is the enemy of the Most High. So we don't want to walk with the world, but you're going to have the world, putting strings on us and trying to control us, man. Your family, okay, your parents, wife, children. But we have an unction of the Most High, man. We have a job. And that is to occupy till I come. Like the Lord Yahushua said. Occupy till I come. Keep working until I come. And if you keep working in a sustainable pace, that you can maintain, but being on the highest level that you can run, you're doing good, man. You're doing good. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. That's what you got to work for, man. That no man take thy crown. So what does the word maintain mean? It says, hold fast. You see? Keep in possession. You got to keep this truth in possession. Okay? You got to keep this truth in your mind. Don't drift off. Don't look at worldly things. Don't become unstable. Don't rest with the worldly affairs. Okay? Don't do that, man. Keep in possession what? That crown, which that crown represents the kingdom. Okay? That crown represents the kingdom. Plus, the man of the Lord will receive a physical crown from the Lord Yahushua when we have finished that course. Which the word course, let me just go into it. Says course development in a particular way, progress, movement in time, duration, direction, or continuing movement. So don't depart from this course that you are walking in, man. This direction, okay? This way of truth, this way of life. This truth is a way of life, man. This is not a job. This is not a hobby or fun thing to do on the side. No, man. This is a way of life. Okay, you walk therein that you may receive salvation, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It says, the route or path taken by something that moves, such as a stream or vehicle. Okay, so we flow with the course, man. We flow with the river, living water. That's what we flow with. Okay, because going against the course is gonna get you killed, man. You're gonna drown. Okay, we go with the course, maintaining ourselves, in the way of truth, on our highest level. So it says, keep in possession, preserve from capture or loss. Okay, so like I said, Revelation 3:11, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Let's look up that word, hold fast. It says krateo in the Greek. It says to have power, be powerful, to be chief, be master of, to rule, to get possession of, or to basically stay in possession of, like it says in the word maintain, to keep in possession, to become master of, to obtain, to take hold of, take, seize, lay hands on one in order, or get him into one's power. So basically the point is clear, man. You got to keep this truth in possession. You got to keep it in your hand. Like the word maintain says, to keep in possession. Okay, so that's heavy, man. That's heavy. Now let's go to the Anglo-French maintenir, from Old French maintenir, keep, sustain. Okay, that's why on the low I've been using that word sustain already, because I checked it. Okay, I checked it already. Sustain. So it says to sustain, to persevere in, practice continually. See that? Now that is where this race kicks in, where I was already talking about the race. If you look up the word sustain, let's look it up. And by the way, the brother channel is GMS Germany Sit Downs. Okay, so my channel is Holland Sit Downs. His channel is Germany Sit Downs. Make sure you subscribe. Brother set this channel up a while ago, so make sure you subscribe to this channel, man. Okay, so yeah, the word sustain. Sustain. To keep in existence, maintain. So maintaining goes into sustaining. Continue, prolong, to keep up, a joke or assumed role, for example, competently, to support the spirit's validity or a resolution, or encourage. says to maintain or prolong, to support physically from below, to provide for or give support by supplying necessities, to keep up the vitality, or courage, to uphold or affirm the justice or validity. Now let me see. Here it said that to prolong. Prolong. To lengthen in duration. Protect. Prolong. To lengthen in duration or space. So what should you lengthen in duration? Your stamina, man. In terms of running a race, okay? You're running a marathon. You should try to prolong, you running this race, man. If you're running too fast, you're not gonna be able to prolong, your pace, man. It's too fast, okay? And when you're running too slow, you gotta up in the pace and try to up, to prolong that pace, man. That fast pace, because we are at the end, okay? But we have to prolong, man. We have to endure. We have to lengthen the time that we are in this truth, man, until the finish, until we reach the finish. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 24. Know ye not, the day which run a race, run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. You see, we have to run in a certain way, in a certain pace, that we may obtain. So we have to maintain and sustain ourselves to obtain the prize. Now that's heavy. Let's look up the word obtain. It says obtain in the Greek, katalambano. It says to lay hold on, to lay hold of, to lay hold of, so as to make one's own. Okay? So one time I gave this example that in the military, well, here in the military in Holland, the Marine Corps, in your last training to become a true Marine, you get your beret. You get your beret, but your beret is in your pocket. Okay, you're not allowed to put your beret up because you are not a Marine yet. Okay, but the moment you finish this course, everyone needs to line up. Everyone is broken, but then everyone gets lined up, and then they say, take your hats off, and then everyone takes his hat off and throws it on the ground, and then they say berets on, and then everyone puts the beret on, and then you finish your course, man. Okay, so you had that beret in your hand, but you was not allowed to put it on. The same way, likewise, we have this crown in our hand, but we can't put it up yet. We just have to hold on to it. Hold on to it, and let no one take it. Prevent from being taken or captured. Okay, and preserve, man. And there's a way how to preserve this truth, and that is to be in balance, man. And that's really what the brother Tazawar is going into, to be in balance, man. Know how to maintain. I'm Yara Tazar. I'm giving you the reason why you should maintain. Now he's telling you how to maintain, okay, in that lesson. And there's many brothers that go into that, showing you how to maintain yourself in this truth, okay? But I'm telling you that you should maintain yourself in this truth. Okay, you should hold on. You should keep the pace. On a point that is bearable, man. Okay. Nobody wants to do something that is unbearable, man. It should be bearable. So if you do those things, then you will obtain. Then you will lay hold on. Like it says, to lay hold on, to make one's own, to obtain. Attain, to make one's own, to take into oneself, to seize upon, take possession. So that's going to be the kingdom, man. The moment we put that crown upon our heads, it's finished, man. Then it's finished. Then it's finished, man. So until that day, we keep maintaining ourselves, man. One more time, back to the word maintain. So it says, we support ourselves, we uphold ourselves, we aid ourselves. Meaning, if something is happening, if you end up getting wounded, you aid yourself, man. You gotta be an aid kit to yourself. You gotta know how to be an aid unto yourself, man. Go into these scriptures. Get back into the sanctuary of Yahweh Shai and meditate upon the word. So you get these demons off of you, man. You're pulling out that aid kit. Also hold fast, keep in possession, preserve from capture or loss. Okay, to keep, to sustain, persevere, and practice continually. Okay? Hold in the hand. Okay? We hold in the hand until we are allowed to receive it upon our heads. The kingdom, the crown of the kingdom. Okay? The price. It says from Latin, manu, which in the Spanish you say, I don't know how you say it in Spanish, by the way, but in papimento, which is derived from Spanish, we say man. Man is your hand. Okay, so manu, hand, and tenere is to hold. So manu, tenere, hold in the hand. We hold this crown. Like the Lord said, Yahushua said, hold that fast with thou head. Okay? So yeah, man, I hope this lesson was edifying. It's gonna be starting to get impossible for me to read because the sun is shining in my eyes. Even though I have the thing shining under it, the sun is about to go down. Almost home. So like I said, I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Basham Makar Kadash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect.